Okay, well, in that case, hello and welcome back. Let me get my controller officially in. This might take a moment. Welcome back to some more Rune Factory 2. I'm playing back on handheld mode right now. What the heck just happened there? Okay, anyway. I pulled out my phone to check the time so I could check it to see when an hour has passed. It said 2:09. I'm like, alright. And then it said 2:39. I'm like, either the phone glitched, my eyes glitched, or half an hour passed while I was mid-sentence. I think my eyes just glitched. That's the most likely explanation, so I'll go with Occam on that one. If you don't know what Occam's razor is, the most likely explanation is that you've never been informed of what Occam's razor is. Sorry, little jokes. So, this is a question of why am I playing on handheld mode right now and not, on desktop mode where I'd be able to watch OBS while I'm recording. Reason for that is I spent pretty much all of, not yesterday, the day before, actually assembling one of my computers back together again. Took parts from like 3 other computers, question mark, to make it. But my handheld is still all together exactly as it was. Well, except that I've unplugged some USB stuff, like the external hard drive. Gosh, I need some water. My throat is already parched. So I figure most of my game recordings are going to be on the proper computer, on the big old new desktop, I say with quotes, desktop computer. But Rune Factory is still going to be on the handheld because I don't want to bother transferring the save over. And also the new shiny computer, whatever, only works with one monitor instead of 2, because even though I have the second monitor plugged in, it doesn't want to connect. And I don't know why. It's plugged in to the graphics card, plugged into the monitor's plugged in, monitor gets turned on, but it just doesn't work. Okay, it's all good. It's all, well, good. Is that thunder outside? It's such a traffic outside. Yeah, I got the microphone plugged in with my 10-foot USB-C cable, because I have some of those just lying around, and it is... it's just a laugh is what it is. Oh my god. So I hope y'all are looking forward to some Paper Mario content coming out over the next few weeks. Because Azura wanted us to do wanted herself to do a Paper Mario randomizer. And I convinced her, hey, we should both play it together on like the same seed. So we can both make our own individual checks. Except that Azura is just faster at the game than I am. Mostly because I just keep getting into fights and then actually fighting the fights. So I'm not, like, constantly one level ahead of her. But she gets a lot more checks. Oh gosh. Paper Mario, game randomizer, whatever, with co-op like that. But you get points based on the number of, like, core things you find. That would be funny. Yeah, because she's actually played through the game probably more than once. I've never actually fully played through Paper Mario, and I've been low-key considering having it for the channel for a while now. If we were doing an Ocarina of Time randomizer, we had, what, a 5-hour period to play? I probably would have beaten it. So, yeah, 5 episodes. That's not... 5 episodes and we still hadn't finished. So, she'll probably want us to play it again tonight. I have to record this, I have to record some Rune. Yeah, not a game I'm particularly fond of. But also, it's not just a good graphics card I have set up, I also have the capture card set up again! I can play Switch content! I wonder if I'm just going to, go on and do a whole bunch of that. I started recording, Moonlighter, So maybe I'll start... Maybe I'll just... I think that's how I want to do it. Just start playing a game and just keep playing one game until it's done. Just binge a game, finish it, then go and do a new game. Binge that game until I'm finished, and then play something new again. And just keep working like that. You might notice that yesterday there was supposed to be an episode of Which Spring Are, but after doing 5 hours of Paper Mario, I didn't want to do a bit more recording, so I didn't. So I just looked through my files of games that I have, like, ready to just upload in that exact case, and all of them had been uploaded or were new episodes anyway, so... Seal Fledge and Hate Machine. I really thought I had uploaded Hate Machine before, but I had been really delaying putting that one out, because it's been months since I played it. It's probably been years since I played it. It's been a long time since I've played it. I remember that there was a thing about it that I enjoyed, but I didn't think it was good for the channel, so I didn't want to upload it, but now I have, and I don't know what to think about it anymore. Oof. Yeah, who knows, maybe I'll go back and do some of those Switch games I never actually finished. Don't think I'm going to be going back to Hyrule Warriors, at least not right away. 3 Houses, only if, you know, Chandra gets available again, because that's a game that we were playing together, and yes, I know she's super obsessed with the green, and I know that there's a green thing that comes up in that game that I've been, ever since I found out that she was obsessed with green, and like, people with green themes and green hair especially, I've been waiting for the moment to happen, and it's been like 4 or 5 years, and it still hasn't come up yet. And it's like, please, can we just keep playing? I want to show you the green. But I've been really trying to, like, no, I've not been alluding to it. I've not been trying to push it. I've not been all like, oh, you want to see a green? It's like, no, no. Just letting it happen. Just to try to get her reaction to it. And hope that she hasn't been spoiled by it yet. It feels, ow, kind of uncomfortable to actually play on the handheld as is intended again. Like, this thing was not made for an ergonomic grip. This thing was just made so technically you could use it as buttons. Yeah, we put buttons on here so you could use it like this. We recommend that you don't. And I'm just here like, I'll do it anyway. You put buttons on it, I might as well use them. So yeah, not completely dismissing the handheld. Probably going to be keeping it in the living room for, you know, webcam commander games. If I ever actually do more of those. I wonder if there would be any interest in actually, you know, recording, like, in-person, like, paper games and stuff. But I see so many YouTube channels that's like, oh yeah, we play such and such, like, paper game, like, whatever. It's like, we'll play some Commander, we'll play, you know, Modern, Proper, Pioneer, Standard, whatever. And it's like, my whole thing is, you know, quantity over quality, even though I know quality is really good, but whatever, I can't be bothered to do proper quality of videos, because, oh my gosh. People do, like, 15 hours of editing on, like, a 15-minute video, and it's like, excuse us? No! Gosh, no! I can't, sometimes I can't even be bothered to do 1 hour of recording for a 1-hour video. What do you mean 15 extra hours of editing on top of that? I'll do a little bit here or there if I think the video needs it, but most of the time, no. The paper, you know, yeah, the paper recording stuff, that usually needs it, though. So much just axe usage and just like so what else? So yeah, I can record Switch games. I'll probably just start recording a whole bunch of those. Just each day binge some game. Only about 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks left until the Magic Fest whatever thing. 3 more days till another one of my packages I ordered gets in. Actually, I should check them out just in case something else had come in already. Gosh. I keep alternating between patience is my strong suit. And I don't have patience. Cheap Tuesday tomorrow, yo. Go and get your groceries. Feels so weird to just be... Feels so weird to be lying down and recording. I don't know what it is. Just lying here, just like, yeah. There's my microphone smiling at me. One thing I want to consider ordering is, like, sticker paper that works with a regular printer. So I'm sure that exists. Oh, hello, Dee. Yeah, I figure like a proper channel doing like a Paper Mario randomizer would probably have it be that like they would only highlight like the important parts, like someone says a joke, someone finds important items, you know, the highlights, and all of that would be like a 30-minute video. I've been watching a bunch of randomizers lately, mostly putting them on to just fall asleep while listening to them. And a 30-minute highlight reel? Not so great. A 12-hour long just journey. And of course, there's differences between the people who do it and like with the expectation that people watch versus the ones who do it just for the sake of doing it. It's like my content I think falls into the second part because I don't expect people to actually watch this stuff. If my YouTube channel just becomes a, oh yeah, I put on your content just to have something on to while I fall asleep, you know what? That's fine. Someone just wants to listen to help as a sleep aid, whatever. Sure, go right ahead. Hope you have sweet dreams. I have a cat here. Maybe if you listen very closely, you can hear the cat purring. But I don't think you can because I have noise suppression on in OBS, so I don't think you'd be able to hear a cat purr unless it was very, very loud. Drat. Not ready yet. Yeah, there'll be like a one-day period where like just the one plant will be ready and the rest won't be yet. What's that, Cinnamon? Big yawns, big yawns. But since, yeah, it seems like with RetroArch is specifically captured by, like, but saves on RetroArch are specifically under the, in the computer that you use itself. And you can transfer these saves, I've done it before. But Steam games are saved on the cloud by Steam, so I can swap computers and reload my saves. And Switch saves are maybe on the cloud, question mark, but also saved to the Switch. I think mostly saved to the Switch. At least Pokemon saves are saved to the Switch. Others, you can, like, download the saves if you really want to. Which I did when my first Switch got busted and I got a second Switch and I realized, oh wait, shoot, I can't keep playing my Pokemon save. And then I lost interest in playing Pokemon for a while because I had a save that had, like, beaten the game. And I eventually decided to play a second save anyway, and blah 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 blah. Lots of stuff. Sometimes I go back to my videos just to see which videos have the most views, and I notice that my French Pokemon Sword run has a lot of views on it. And I have to confront myself with the thought, why do I have a French Let's Play of Pokemon Sword? And I think it's because I wanted to do a, I wanted to get a Ditto. I wanted to get a French Ditto. Well, screw you too, then. I feel like most of this episode is just going to be chopping. Which is probably fine. Even if I don't get much axe levels to this. So yeah, I feel like Sunday, predominantly for the next few weeks, is probably going to be more Paper Mario. Which thing is fine. I mean, is not a game I'm very enthused about playing. Tevi though, still like Tevi. I haven't actually started playing Tevi again on the newer computer. I was busy with other stuff, like playing so much Paper Mario. So do more Tevi again. Yeah, play some Rune. And then wash out the experience by playing a whole bunch of Tevi. Play so much Tevi that I actually beat the game. And then play more Tevi until I 100% the game. There's probably some stupid achievements like beat the entire game without saving or something like that. It's like, oh my gosh. I mean, maybe if I knew like where everything was, it could be possible to beat the game in only a few hours instead of a few dozen hours, but beat the game but never take damage. It's like, yeah, that's an achievement that I'm not going to try to get. For obvious reasons, actually. The reason being, I'm not that good. Run over here, run over... Yay. Oh, right. I don't have that fully upgraded to be a... to clear the 6x6. Ow. Why? I reached my phone and my wrist started hurting. Is it on sale? Into the Necrovale. Sounds weird. Does that sound like a new game I should play? Experts are concerned about what this might mean for the future of gaming. So see, logging went up by 3 levels. Oh gosh. We're going to get another level. That would probably take 2 days. Come on. Are you? I have to say, like, I'm not one to do Paper Mario randomizers, as I've mentioned earlier. I'm not one to watch Paper Mario randomizers. Maybe I should. However, I feel like the chain of events at one particular part of the randomizer got really, really weird for a bit. Watch the episodes to find out exactly what that specific chain was. I think we had to do, what, like 5 checks in a row in a specific order just to be able to do anything else. All this is working out well enough. It's only about noonish. Do the animals need caring to today? Total feed 9999. I don't think it goes above that. Unless I hit a really strange coincidence, I don't think the feed goes above that count, so... It's buttons. Yeah, every once in a while, I just go onto my Switch, go into the Switch store, find stuff that's on like really good sales, that looks like fun, and just buy it. So I have quite a few games that I've been wanting to play on the Switch. Could very well be worthwhile to just, you know, actually play some games. Actually build up a backlog of games, so if I get into a situation like, oh hey, I'll be out of town for a few days, I don't have to go, cool, I have to record 52 videos within a month. Have that feel like a lot. Gotcha. How's the booster pack stuff going? It's going. Got some booster packs, got them sitting around. Got some extra pony packs, got some extra ruby packs. Still haven't told my brother about the whole party box thing. Haven't got a chance to hang out yet. He was sick over the weekend. Otherwise, I would have considered taking a bus to just head over just to play some cards for a few hours. I think Saturday night is, or Saturday evening is Commander Night at my LGS. Really, I don't actually know. Yay! It's nice when I can get a nice double elimination in just like that. I'm just checking to make sure it's still recording. I have a hotkey for stop recording on this thing, and there's always a chance I might accidentally press it. That would be kind of bad. But this little device seems so small in my hands. It's like an upgraded PSP in size, basically. And it's like, I could probably run Cyberpunk on this thing. Like, I could legitimately... I could play basically every game of my childhood on this. It's a little bit bigger than, like, a Game Boy. And... like... oh my gosh. If I loaded this up with, like, emulators for, like, every PS1, N64, NES, you know, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, etc., whatever games, and gave this, like, my child self. Of course, USB-C cables, more of a modern invention. Cinnamon, can you calm down? Even if I did give myself, you know, charging port and charging cable for this, there's still probably wind up being the case of the charger would somehow get lost or broken or whatever. Give myself a metal cable that's less likely to get broken. Cinnamon! Hey. Don't make me get the watering can. I will admit I am tempted to try to play, like, to do, like, an episode of the Paper Mario Rando on my own, just to try to catch up to Azura. Did it? Yes, maybe one of these days my big event for the day could be trying to hook up the second monitor again. Just keep restarting the computer until it accepts both monitors. I'm pretty sure I've had this graphics card, but not on this motherboard, accept both the monitors before. Yeah, that's a good, about half of a level. and it's holiday, so... Yeah. Go to the bathhouse now. See about getting myself all... fancied up and stuff. A YouTube series where it's just playing Party Box over and over and over again. Maybe with like different people, whatever. It's just record a whole bunch of different games with it. And just watch as the deck like changes over time. Playstyles, metas, whatever. Because I've played it on my own a few times. And it seems curious. There are a few cards that don't do anything, like Trap Hole. There are a few cards that do a bit too much. So I put in one creature that's like, when it enters, exile all lands. And then when it leaves, return all of those permanents back to the battlefield. So it's like you have that in your opening hand. You keep putting down big expensive permanents into play. Someone once had a, oh gosh. They had the Mox Lotus out. So, you know, infinite man already. Yeah, Mox Lotus out, they had infinite mana. They played it Wicked to draw a card to hope to get something to use the infinite mana on. Got Sway of the Stars. No, wait, wasn't that? It was, they used a Chaos Wand, used it on the deck, reveal until an instant or sorcery, cast a Sway of the Stars off the top, in response floated infinite mana of every color. Everyone loses all of the lands and all the cards and stuff, but hey, everyone goes down to 7 lives. The person who used Don Kettle the Cure Master to gain 1,000 life earlier is now also back at 7. So everyone's on equal grounds again. Except that it's their turn and they have infinite mana. I'm not completely... I don't think they actually won that turn. But I think they just put out like a few creatures. And I say they as if it wasn't just me. When I play, like, against myself, especially with card games, I think of it as like 4 separate, like, nondescript people playing. So that's really how I have to do it, right? It's not, and then I did this, and then I did that, and then I counted myself doing this. Like, I see it as 4 different people playing. Who start off, you know, neutral to each other, but then make deals with or antagonize against each other based off of, you know, actions done in-game. Oh. Now if I leave and come back, these will be sheets. I can keep at this for a while longer. I wonder how different it'd be if I'd made these Spin Factory videos half an hour long instead of like an hour long. Because I mean, checking OBS, I'm at about the half-hour mark, and I really don't have anything left to talk about. But of course, in some videos, I do have an hour's worth of things to talk about. Like, when I finally finished watching My Little Pony, Gen 4 at least, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna talk about ponies until I'm done. And that took about an hour. I was really expecting like 2 or 3 episodes out of that. It's like... Yep. Hey, cat. Right. Just crazy that I have a cat. It's just this furry little creature that just lives here with me. Sometimes I'll go walking around and see a little toesy sticking out from under a blanket. Sometimes I'll just be lying in bed, usually because I'm trying to sleep. Get a little fuzzy coming in to snuggle. I'm lying in bed but not trying to sleep, because, I mean, it's the most comfortable place I can be in the apartment. I'm not one of those people who likes to just sit on the floor, after all. Yeah, I can do this recording basically anywhere I want, so I'm going to be lying in bed. Propped up a little bit, because actually lying down is bad for talking. Maybe I should have a sleep doctor look at that, but something about lying down and talking is hard on the breathing. Everything is hard on the breathing. Breathing is hard on the breathing. Old of anyone to think that I can breathe properly. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It used to be the case where while the character was moving, I could hit the right stick button to, like, swap screens. But now I can't do it while the character is moving, and, like, I have no idea why. This could, if I accidentally, like, break one of the joysticks on this computer, replacing it is going to be such an annoyance. Oh, yeah. I'm definitively not one of the top tier gamers with one of the top tier gamer mentalities, and I am totally good with that, because apparently being a top tier gamer means buying a brand new controller every 2 or 3 months, because you have to use a controller when it's, like, as new as possible to get, like, the best, like, reactions and responses and stuff. And also, like, being able to look at a screen and say, oh, that's only 239 frames per second, I need 240? It's like, what's my FPS here? Isn't it like 30? Oh my gosh, I can still see what's going on just fine. I can react to issues. With my latency, I don't know, less than half a second. I'm a bit of a dead zone for the control stick, but it's like... It's like, oh, well, this is actually, like, not, you know, 4K at, like, 240 FPS. The refresh rate is blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, I don't care about any of that. Like, I'm the person who used to play on, like, 1 FPS and be grateful because I was at least getting 1 frame per second. Like, if it goes down below, I think it's, like, about 30 FPS. Like, I don't think I can see a difference between, like, 30 and 60 FPS. If it goes below 30, I can probably see a difference. First time watching the Dragon Prince, I didn't even notice, like, the lag of it. Or, like, it looks like lag, the low frame rate of it. Second time through, I noticed it. And it's like, oh, that's what people complain about. First time through, though, didn't even see it. People pointing out, I'm like, no? It's like, I'm really curious about, like, what these people, like, if they're just making this all up, and that's just how they do, they just make it up all the time, or if there actually is a visible difference that can be seen with, like, the regular unaided human eye, and they just flat out see this difference, and they don't know how other people don't see the difference. But it's like, oh, the controller, blah, 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 like, they actually point one of these factors out when playing Moonlighter, because that game has... I don't know if it's like all Switch games in general, because I only really noticed it with that one. It had like a half of a second of delay. I'll go to do a thing, and it'd only apply like half a second later. So it'd be, you know, like move the control stick to the right, and then it would start moving. So I had to, you know, time all my actions a bit in advance of what I wanted in order to actually do what I wanted. Do 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 do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't think I can properly go all the way to midnight. Yeah, it'll probably be alright. Honestly, almost have to just go straight to 6 a.m. Not midnight will probably be fun. I leveled up, that's good enough. 2-point attack boost, that's cool. Why are you out here at like 11 p.m.? It's only about, what, 6 levels? 6 bars? So I guess the rest of the episode is going to be this one again. Will I pet the cat? Oh my gosh, I don't think you can necessarily hear it, but the fan on this device is full of poison. Yeah, I like gimmicky things, like, hey, I got a handheld computer and I'm using it to record gameplay on. It's like, that's so neat and cool and stuff. Like, I was using a gaming tablet for a while, because I wanted the portability of a laptop, but the laptop I got was absolutely horrible. I don't know, just random defect in it, got a refund for my full money, because it was the same day that I had purchased it. And use that money to buy a tablet instead. Do. Yeah, walk back to the house. So yeah, it's like, yeah, sure, I have... That's like, my computer isn't, you know, decked out to the nines, 4090 with water cooling, double graphics cards, 128 gigabytes of RAM, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I have like a 3070 in there. Like, that's a decent graphics card for the time being, for now. Like, I don't think the 50 series is out yet. I don't know. Probably skip a 40 series and get a 50 series in like 5 or 6 years. If I can find one on the cheap, but it's like, heck, my 2060 was doing me very well. I only bought this one because this one was on sale and it looked fancy. Got an anime-esque graphics card instead of top of the line. And like, I still remember once asking, it's like, hey, anyone know I can get like, would you like a Discord server that, you know, does computer stuff and helps answer questions about, you know, computers. Went to like the peripherals section. It's like, hey, anyone know where I can find like a good pair of headphones for like under $50? I don't want to spend more than $50. That's my budget. Anyone know I could find a good pair for under $50? 3 different people sent me links to 3 different sets of headphones that were all over 120. I think no, over $100. I think one was like 110, one was like 130, one was like 200 or something. It's like, no, I said under $50, like very clearly in my thing. Oh, here's one at $70. It's like, and so it's like, oh, I'll just go on Amazon and look at, just type in headphones and just like $50. Like, yeah, I know I could do that. I'm asking for recommendations for it's like good ones that are still also cheap. Because apparently, if you want to be an elite gamer, you have to have lots of money to throw away. You need proper, like, I think people use like Xbox One, Xbox One Series S controllers, which is like what, $70 or $80 each. Get a new one every 2 months. And that's if you use that. Otherwise, you need a keyboard with like the blue frame keycaps, whatever. It a 1200 DPI mouse with analytics and its own processing power. Like, I don't even know what a lot of this stuff is, and I am a gamer. It's like, you know what keyboard I use for my keyboard gaming when I actually use a keyboard? A $10 keyboard I bought at Walmart that I got specifically just to boot my first computer, my first desktop computer. I still have that keyboard. It still works fine, and that's what I use for all of my keyboard gaming these days. Actually, for the past few years, in fact. Past, what, 2 years? Past 3 years? Something like that? A $10 Walmart keyboard. Oh, it's like, oh, but you don't have blah 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 hotkeys, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, I don't need them. Yeah, I don't, and also I have like a mouse, I don't know what the DPI is, blah blah. I just adjusted the settings so it felt good. And it has like the 12 buttons on the side, and I have like half of the alphabet on there. So it's like the right half of the alphabet of the keyboard. So if I'm trying to type stuff, I don't have to go take hand off of mouse, place hand on keyboard, type, take hand off of keyboard, place hand on mouse. Also have like enter, a quote that I can shift into like, you know, or apostrophe that I can shift into quote, and I have like the forward slash, I think it was, that I can shift into a question mark. And enter, did I mention I have enter on there? And yeah, that's what I use for mouse and keyboard gaming. So sometimes, so if you ever see my hotkeys in one of those games, the hotkeys, whatever, my keyboard settings in one of those games, it looks super awkward. Because it's like, oh, why do you have stuff set to like N and whatever? It's like, oh no, I have reasons. I have very perfect, reasonable, and justifiable reasons for having these things set to that. Because those are the keys that are easiest to reach on the mouse. For a while, I actually had like a half keyboard thing. Because you only reach those buttons with the left hand anyway. So you use a half a keyboard and a mouse. And it's like, you know what? That was fine. I was good with that. The keys started like wearing away though, and so I just changed it for the full keyboard eventually anyway. So, but yeah, so it's like, I don't have all the money to be a professional gamer, and I don't have $5,000 to blow on the new expensive motherboard, whatever, graphics card every year when it comes out. Might have been because of all the scalping, but yeah, brand new top-of-the-line graphics cards are stupid expensive, and it's like, for what game do you need that? Oh, right, playing the brand new AAA game that just came out that's riddled with bugs, because it's a AAA game that just came out. If you want to play it at 4K settings on multiple monitors at once, while also Twitch streaming it and editing the video while you play the game, and also at 5,000 frames per second, because oh gosh, in less than 5,000 I start to get a headache from how jittery it is. It's like, I also have like a $250 VR headset. That thing is great. One of the controllers broke, so I upgraded it to try to get. So I bought, you know, the next version up of controllers, because it's like $60 versus $80. I figured might as well just get the fancy ones. They're supposed to be 10 times better, and it's like, I don't notice any difference with the tracking whatsoever with the fancy controllers. Like, almost probably should have just bought the other controllers anyway, because the cheaper controllers are battery powered, which means they can last for months without needing a new battery. But also, if you find that you need to charge them, because, oh no, turns out they're dying in the middle of your gameplay experience. Okay, cool, hold on, let me just pop in a new battery super fast. Okay, all good. That's all it needs. Just pop in your battery, you're back, and play again in like maybe a minute. With these ones though, no battery. Like, no, no just putting in batteries. You have to actually charge them on their specific dock. You can't just plug them in. You have to put them on their dock. So if something happens to the dock, the controllers are garbage. If something happens to the cable of the dock is garbage unless the controllers are garbage. And also, the controllers only last, like, maybe an hour and a half. Like, the headset lasts, like, an hour. So it's like... So, by the time, the headset is dying, and it's like, well, it's time to end the session, the controller's like, yeah, controllers are still, decently alright. Don't necessarily have to charge them. Go back to play on the headset again. Halfway through the session, the controllers are dying and need to be charged, and you have to stop the session to charge the controllers. I want, like, a wall-mounted, like, setup, so I can, like, put the controllers on, like, the little docking platform, whatever thing. Have the headset, like, on a hook on the wall, all everything plugged in, nice and neat. Just to make it, like, fancier and just nicer looking. But of course, I don't own this place, so I really shouldn't be drilling stuff into the walls, and... it all comes back to home ownership in the end, though, like, right?